and gentlemen, it's Chloe Christopher here with the market update for Brambleton, Virginia in April 2021. Well, why is the market update important? Well, if you're looking to sell your home or even want to know how much equity you have in your home, it's important to know the data. So what are we going to be talking about today? We'll be talking about the average list price, the average sold price, sales price to list price, number of sold homes, number of newly active homes, the number of days on market, and the months of inventory. Like I said, this is important if you want to sell your home, but also if you're looking to move to Brambleton as well, because you want to know how many homes are on the market, what you can do to play the game to win your offers. So let's talk about the average list price in Brambleton. In April 2021, we had an average list price of $760,517. In March 2021, we had an average list price of $612,766. And in April 2020, we had an average list price of $572,468. So even between April 2020 and April 2021, we have seen almost a $200,000 increase in the average list price. So it's pretty incredible. And then the average sold price is for April 2021 is $626,841. For March 2021, it was $562,611. So even between the 2 months, March and April, we've seen a significant increase between the average sold price. So we can kind of predict that maybe that number is going to continue to increase over the next couple of months if the market continues to stay the same way. In April 2020, the average sold price was $591,451. So even between this year and last year, we have seen an exponential increase in the sold price in Brambleton. So let's talk about sales price to list price. So sales price to list price is if you list your home at $500,000, are you going to get $500,000 for it, or are you going to get more or less? And whatever that percentage is, that is your sales price to list price. So in April 2021, the sales price to list price was 104.2%. If you put your home on the market for $500,000, you would see an increase in what you would actually sell it for with 4.2%. Well, what does that mean if you sell it for $500,000? Well, that means you're not actually selling it for $500,000, you're selling it for $521,000. So you're actually bagging $21,000 extra in your pocket, which that's pretty freaking incredible. We're seeing things like bidding wars, multiple offer situations, especially if your home is priced right. So what I like to do and strategize with my clients is that you can either be listed below market value, you can be listed at market value, or you can be listed above market value. So if you're listed above market value, your home is going to be on the market for a lot longer than it should be. You're going to have to stress out over multiple weekends of it being on the market, and it's just not very good. People start to think that there's something wrong with your home. And then if you're marketed at market value, then yes, you may get a couple of offers, but you're not going to get as much foot traffic or demand for your home as if you list it just below market value. And I'm talking a couple of $1,000s below. And in the end, you're actually going to take more home. So number of sold homes in Brambleton in April 2021 was 37. In March 2021, it was 18. And in April 2020, it was 17. So even between March and April, we have kind of seen that there are more sold homes on the market and that people are finally starting to put their homes on the market type of thing. So the number of newly active homes in Brambleton in April 2021 was 52. In March 2021, there was 37 newly active homes, which is interesting because there were 37 newly active homes, and of those 37 homes, all 37 sold, which is incredible. So that basically means if you put your home on the market, you are probably going to sell your home. In April 2020, we had 42 newly active homes on the market in Brambleton. So even between now and then, we have more newly active homes in the market, but there's still a large or significantly higher market demand for properties in Brambleton. And let me tell you why. Let's talk about the days on market. So we'll go backwards here because it's kind of easier, but in April 2020, we had 19 days on market, which is more than 2 weeks. That's more than 2 weekends of open houses, of cleaning up after yourselves, of making sure everything looks tidy and staging it. Maybe you forget some things, so it's just a pain in the butt to do it multiple weekends. So let's talk about March 2021. That was 9 days on market. So even between April 2020 and March 2021, we have already decreased that by 10 days, which is pretty phenomenal. But in April 2021, we had 6 days on market. Why is this great for you? Well, let me show you this. We put your home on coming soon status in the MLS. Meanwhile, we're getting photos taken, we're staging your home, we're getting it professionally cleaned so that your home is ready for showings, for the open house, and everything's neat and tidy. Our goal is to make sure that we create the most demand for your home so that you can take the most money home at the end of the day. So if we have one weekend where we get the most foot traffic into your home, we get the most people to see it, I can guarantee that we'll probably at least get one offer, if not a ton more, especially if the market continues as it is. If you're willing and open and ready to listen to me, and we kind of declutter your house, we make sure everything's clean and ready to go, we will sell your house, and we will probably sell it for a lot more money than you originally intended. So that's just what we're seeing right now in Brambleton, but let's talk about months of inventory. Months of inventory. So what does that mean? That's how many houses are currently on the market and how many of those homes have sold. How many would be left if we continued at the same pace that we just did? So less than 4 months is a seller's market, between 4 and 6 is a neutral market, and more than 6 is a buyer's market. So what are we in Brambleton as of now? Well, in April 2021, I can tell you that we have less than 1 month of inventory available, which means we have a very high demand for your home. In March 2021, we have 2 months of inventory, so even between March and April, we had very different markets, and even between this year and last year in April 2020, that was 6 months of inventory. So even if we're talking about or comparing this year and last year, in Brambleton and this time last year, it was a buyer's market, whereas now it is a very strong seller's market. Why is this important to you? Well, if you're looking to sell your home now or in the next couple of months, it is important for you to look at this data so that you can stay informed and that you can make strategic buying or selling decisions. You know, it is the springtime. It may start to pick up a little bit, but it will definitely be interesting in the next couple of months to see how it plays out. But right now it is a seller's market. If you do list your home, you probably will take home a lot more money than you really originally intended, or even more than you originally bought it for. So now is the time to sell. Although you may be selling high, you will be buying high as well. So just keep that in mind. So make sure that you start saving if you are intending to buy as well. We do have certain strategies in place to help you find the right home for you and maybe your dream home as well. So if you have questions about buying, selling, renting, or investing, I'm here to help. It's been a pleasure. My name's Chloe Cristoforo with Rococo Real Estate and Design, brokered by eXp Realty. Signing off. Thank you.